The next thing we're going to do is this. Now, I've already started that, so let me go back over using the 192. Now, I've got to protect this because I don't want to smudge it now. 192 this is. Now I'm just going to cut round. I'll just do a little bit of this, then I'll advance it. Now you've got to come back into the hair. This is the trickiest bit that you've got. I haven't finished this section off. Now here it goes up, and this is, you've got to pull it into. And you can bring the hair back over the top of it. Well, we mustn't have a straight line. I think that will do. So I can extend that hair back. I can do that all round, right round these. It's no good trying to put this on top, the white on top of this, it won't work. So you've got to put the white on first, or the light colours on first. Let's do this other one. This is where you really got to take a lot of care, because if I had to rub this out, it would make quite a mess. Okay, that's not bad. Let's just finish this tiny little bit off, and then I'll advance it. Now on the edge of this, right here, there's a very attractive stitching in a lighter red. Now I've indicated it up here, but let me show you. To be honest, it's more orange than it is red. Let's just try the orange and see if that works. Yes, I think that might be better. Yeah, that is very close to the picture. It's a stitching, that's what it is. And I'm hoping I'm going to make it look like that. It's right on the edge. And it's also up here as well. Great. How do I make stitching? Well, first of all, I've got to darken that a bit more. But it's a reddish browny colour. So what I'm going to try to do is try to find another colour if I can. 192 was the obvious start, but I really need it to be richer than that. And all these pencils I've got out, you wouldn't believe, folks, would you? Let me just try the one colour that sprung to mind, and I'll do it up here. This is 283. Well, I've got to say that that's very close. But what it needs on top of that is something a little brighter. And 118 comes to mind. Let's see if I can make 118 out. Here we are. 118, which is a scarlet red. I'm hoping that because that's sandwiched between the two, 283. Oh gosh, that is so close. Well, I'm going to settle for that, like that. Make that orange just a little bit more prominent. And now the other thing that will happen, and it will happen when I put the hairs over, will give a shadow. So I'm going to use the black. Now this has got to be put in where those hairs, you predict the hairs are going to go. Like that. And that can be blended using the colour shaper. The colour shaper works here because we've got a lot of colour on there as a base. I think you'll understand that when you see it again. But I like it. I think that's great. What about the stitching? Now it's got to be a dark, and I think once again I would use a very dark red. Okay, look, give me a second and I'll go and do that. But before I do that, I want to show you how I get these to look like silver or stainless steel or whatever, metal anyway. Now I'm putting on 230. I've got to close up a little bit now. Now, difficulty is, might have been better to do this before I put the red on, because if you pick the red up, it's going to interfere. I don't think that really matters that much. But that's got the colour, and now I've got to darken it. 233. What you've got to do is make them look so they've got a shine on them. Now that works well, doesn't it? I'll just do one, and then you can compare it. Now into that, I'm going to have another colour. This is a very attractive brown, which I've been using. It's not Faber, this is Greta colour. And that really, that's not good. All it needs is a little bit of depth. Now watch this magic, folks. This is another Greta colour. Similar idea. It's Bister. If you put a little bit of that in there like that, very carefully, and use your colour shaper. Best it out. I'll use my ivory colour shaper here. If you've got all these, if you haven't got them, don't worry, any colour shaper will do. In fact, it might be better to use the, no, not that one, Colin. I've got a pointed one somewhere. Alright. Here it is. It's on the other side. Now, I don't know about you, when you're doing artwork, all you're worried about is the picture, not where the pencils fly. And I usually end up by putting them somewhere which is one out of reach. Now, do I want any darker than that? I don't know whether to think I do really, but I do need a little bit more light on the top to really make that look like a shine. Now that does look good. Now I'm going to repeat that in all of these too, so it was worth experimenting with. So let me continue with those. I'll finish those off. Finish this off. We'll find that colour which I want for stitching here, and I'll show you how that works. And then, but all of this will be filled in, and all of these will be done. I won't do the rings yet. I'll leave those until I come back and I can narrate it. Well, I've managed to crack that, folks. What I've done, I've used a 225, which is, I've put it down, lost it now. Anyway, you know what 225 is. And I've gone in with that, and what I'm doing now is going in with a lighter orange to brighten it up. You see, looks like stitching. Lovely. Well, that's as close as I can get. Now the rings. Now with the rings, I'm going to put the white back on again. I'm using my very strong white that I've got. Use any white you've got, but this will work. I know very well. I've got that as round as I possibly can. And this one, another one. this sort of thing can throw you, because if you get them wrong, it does look odd, but they look good. So let's follow the same rule again as I did before. I'm going to use my grey. That's 230. It's a bit scruffy there. Let's see if we can do something about that. Well, here it is. Red in there as well. This is what makes it quite tricky, because you've got to cut in. You can't afford to go over the white. Where was I? I was doing this one. That's 230. That's actually gone on top of the white. Now, the reason I've done that is to make the white, the base of that, really smooth, which means the other stronger colours that go on will look pretty good. Now we've got to be a little bit mindful of shadows now, because that's all the difference. Right in the middle of this, there is the grey, 233, and then from about there it changes. See, what makes this quite hard is because you've got to keep it white. That's why I've given it a really nice, strong undertone. There's the same idea here, this division here. It's in the back there. That's got it. And we want some shadow. Now the shadow will be on this one, and it will also be in there, and the inside of that, and on there. And the same goes for this other little tag. Now, putting those other colours back in that we used on here, which I did like. There's a little bit of tone in there. What I didn't do is put just a spot there. And of course we've also got this one as well, haven't we? I might as well do this as well, in case I lose a pencil. It's the edge of this. We'll deepen that. I'll show you in a minute how I did that. Explain to you. And then the grey. You can use the background to make sure it's working. In the right shape. And my brown. Another dark one. This is Bister, is the name of this particular colour. Now you see what I mean about losing the light, but there's a way out, way around it. That's not looking bad at all.